Whenever I read the coverage of the genocide in Gaza, I get reminded of the concept of the banality of evil by Hannah Arendt. It was a descriptor of what happened during the Holocaust, in which a ton of seemingly normal people managed to do something absolutely horrendous. And I think that this concept can be applied effectively to our legacy media, specifically at this moment. Because by threatening the starvation of the population in Gaza, Israel is breaking international law, shamelessly contravening Articles 23 and 55 of the Fourth Geneva Convention of 1949, as well as sections of the Additional Protocol 1 of 1977. It focuses on the protection of victims of international conflict. And it's not like they don't know how to sound the alarm on this, because they do sound the alarm when Russia does it to Ukraine. And this is not the first time that Israel starves Palestinians. It is not even the first time in which they wait for an event to happen in the United States that distracts the attention of the global population to be able to announce that they are going to carry out something abhorrent. What is our legacy media doing about this? Dissembling. And the banality of their evil, of their lack of honesty, is creating a new concept, which is the banality of cruelty towards Palestinian people. Because by not reporting this with the gravity that they should, they're making normal the abhorrent, the cruel. Some of these are the same media outlets that are trying to portray themselves as heroes, as defenders of truth, of free speech during the Trump era. We are the people that they're trying to convince that they're worth keeping. They are vying for our attention and for our validation. And by doing what they're doing, by being hypocrites, by being malicious, they're losing what could be their core audience and showing themselves as being hypocrites. The attitude of our legacy media reminds me specifically of the attitudes of our leaders in the non-Trump West, begging us to save the rules-based order. In fact, to be able to do this, the great and the good of the European Union, plus the Secretary General of NATO, were in London to speak about the threats to democracy that Donald Trump withdrawal from Europe and his lack of support for Ukraine would unleash in the world. Now, you know me. I'm a sucker for people who want their independence and want to resist an oppressive force. But while they are vocal about Ukraine, their silence on Palestine is thunderous. And people who are cynical will say that this is because they fear the shadow of Russia in the horizon. People who have eyes will say that it's because they identify and empathize more with white Christian people. But like with legacy media, who would want to save a system that allows for this to happen?